Hey Pokemon champions, what's going on? It's Champion Darkblaze here, and today, welcome to part 4, the epic conclusion of the Team Blaze storyline. So if you have been enjoying this amazing story so far, be sure to leave a like on this video, make sure you are subscribed to the Champion Squad, and if you've missed any part of this story, make sure you go check it out. The link will be down in the description to the playlist I've made for it, and let me know your opinion on this story down in the comments below. So without any more hesitation, let's wrap up this amazing finale to the Team Blaze story.
Alright, I choose you!
So, continuing where we last left off, you, the player, and your team have just gotten back to the Sinnoh region. However, your team is going to be a bit smaller as the gym leaders Marlon, Elisa, and Clay have stayed behind in the Unova region so that they can help the citizens of Unova calm down, be more relaxed, and try to resolve the situation that the best they can. So they have stayed back in Unova, however, they have helped you greatly in your mission. So now you have Alder, Dawn, and Barry. However, when you get to Canalave City, you're going to be greeted by Cynthia. She will say that she has also seen the giant flying ship heading to Mount Coronet. She suspects it belongs to Team Blaze as the colors of the ship match the colors of the uniforms of the Team Blaze grunts as well as of me and my admin. So she will say that we need to investigate Mount Coronet. So what's going to happen is that Barry and Alder are going to head to Mount Coronet to see what's going on. Now only Barry and Alder are going to go because you, the player, as well as Dawn and Cynthia are going to head to my gym in Sunny Shore City. The reason behind this is that Cynthia is going to say that she's heard very strange noises coming from the gym, and she's seen a lot of suspicious characters going in and out of the gym at various times in the day, more so towards the dusk and nighttime of the day. So you are going to head to my gym, you're going to investigate, and when you head to the area in which you got your 8th and final gym badge from me, you are going to notice something a bit different. You're going to see a door, a secret door that really wasn't there before. You didn't notice it at all when you had your gym battle. So you open the door and you're going to see a staircase. The staircase is going to lead downstairs to a giant facility that has always been connected to my gym. It's just always been kept secret and kept hidden from the public. I don't want anyone knowing about my secret and devious plans. I don't want anyone to know. So you're going to explore all the vast rooms that are in the secret facility, and you're going to find about every detail related to my backstory, to my past, find out even more about why I am the way I am. You find out many details in the main game, but my entire story and all my plans are flushed out in the post game. I find this to be a very interesting feature because many, in fact all, evil teams are always defeated before the post game even begins. I guess there is an exception though with Team Rainbow Rocket as they appear in the post game of Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, but in this case my evil story goes in the main game and the post game. So I think it's something a bit different. So as you explore the rooms, you're gonna find out that I've had no support at all on my Pokemon journey, not even from my own parents, not from my rival, not from really any of my friends, so I haven't had a lot of support. I've become broken over the years, and I'm just sick of all the negativity, something I've explained much earlier in the series, and you're going to see just how corrupt I truly have become. However, you find out even more of my devious plans and that I want to completely brainwash the entire Sinnoh region so that they are molded to my will and that they bend to my will as well. I want them to share my ideas, share my ideals and beliefs. I basically want total social control of the Sinnoh region. That's basically what I am going for. I want to rule the Sinnoh region so that it is no longer befallen by this plague that has sinked its teeth into the rest of the world as well. After battling various grunts and getting various items such as TMs, plates, stones maybe, you're going to end up in a main room of the secret facility, and there's going to be a giant supercomputer with a giant map of the Sinnoh region pulled up on the screen. You're going to be greeted by Sozan, my number 2 executive, and my researcher Ignatius. They're going to be there doing, their sciencey stuff in their computer tactics and whatnot, but I'm going to be there and I'm going to say, well, I must commend you for still persisting pursuing me this far. But my plans don't end here. I'm going to continue my earlier plan of a giant broadcast of the power to hypnotize the entire people of the Sinnoh region so that they adapt to my beliefs and to my ideals. But according to you, the player, all of my ambitions, all my efforts, they stop here and now. I scoff at the idea, so a one-on-one battle is going to ensue between us, and I'm going to send out my Charizard. Of course, my Charizard is going to Mega Evolve into Mega Charizard X, so this is practically a 1-on-6 battle, but this Charizard is going to be highly OP and just a tad bit over level to the level that would be normal for your Pokemon to have at this point in the game, whether that be in the 70s, the 80s, so it's definitely going to be a bit higher than yours, just so that it's tougher to take it down and you don't OHKO it in one shot. So after that battle, I will of course be defeated, and my researcher is going to teleport me and Sozin and all of the Pokemon that are here right now from my admins and from me all the way to Mount Coronet. We will be teleported to Mount Coronet. However, before I leave, I will impart these words on you, and I shall ask you a pretty important question. This battle means nothing. With all the legendary Pokemon I've acquired, there's no possible way I can be stopped. Why do you continue to try and stop me? I refuse to be defeated and stopped by a mere child. In fact, why don't you join me? Just think about it. Think of the possibilities if we teamed up and used our powers for the betterment of the Sinnoh region. Think of the world that we could create together. Think of the difference that we could make. Now immediately Dawn and Cynthia are going to revolt at the sound of this very idea of you joining me. However, to this I counter, silence you two. He's a big boy. Let him answer for himself. Or herself. You're a big girl and let herself answer. Listen, I know the two of us could make great change. We could change the lives of everyone in the Sinnoh region. Just think about it. Will you join me? Now, of course, I will be rejected by you. You will say no, and then I will say these final words before leaving the Mount Coronet. Very well. It's your loss. Me and my team shall be the beacon of fire and the beacon of light and hope that blazes a new and brighter future, a new path to a great future for the Sinnoh region. And whether you're a part of it or not, that will not stop me. After that, my researcher Ignatius will use his Alakazam in order to teleport all of us, except for you obviously, to Mount Coronet. But of course, I just have to say these very cliché final words before leaving the Mount Coronet. If you wish to truly defeat me, to truly stop my evil ambitions, meet me at the summit of Mount Coronet. Come, if you dare, to the Frygate to battle me and the rest of my Team Blaze team. And now that the final gauntlet has been thrown, it is time for you, Dawn, Cynthia, the rest of the people that have been helping you on your journey. It's time for the final stand at Mount Coronet. So you traverse all the way to Mount Coronet, scale the walls, traverse the rocky terrain, you get all the way through the caves and you get to the summit of Mount Coronet, very near the Spear Pillar location in fact. You get there, you see the Frygate, and I'm standing on it and I will say these words. So, you managed to follow me here after all. It's not surprising, in fact I highly expected you to do so, but all your efforts are for nothing. My broadcast will brainwash all the citizens of the Sinnoh region and there's nothing that you can do or your friends to stop it. But first, let me ask you, do you know why, of all places, I chose Mount Coronet? Well, it's written in the great history books of the Sinnoh region that the last great stand against Team Galactic 13 years ago was atop the Spear Pillar of Mount Coronet. Now, it was never my intention to disturb the beings of time and space, which is why I've chosen not to go to the Spear Pillar, but I've chosen to come here because I want my team, me and all my members of Team Blaze, to be remembered as something legendary. Then I will say these words before the things of the story get very spicy and interesting indeed. This is what I will say to you. My team will leave its mark as the trailblazers that lead the Sinnoh region to a brighter future. So I extend my offer to you once more. Will you join me? Think hard about this decision, but once you make that decision, whether you're by my side or not, I will make it so that the Sinnoh region is reborn from its ashes. The choice is yours. And as I say these final words, the Frygate will lift up off the ground and extend into the air. By the way, the sky is also that same fiery red color as in the final episodes of Book 3 of Avatar: The Last Airbender with Sozin's Comet, and it's the same fiery color that appeared in Castelia City as well. Now you're obviously going to refuse the offer again, and for that I call you a foolish child, and that you've made the wrong decision. Next, it's time for the final stand against Team Blaze. You've got to stop me now at all costs. There's no turning back. There's no going to the Pokemon Center and healing up. There's none of it. It's time, here and now, to stop Team Blaze once and for all. What are you going to do? How are you going to win and stop me? Well, you send out your Pokemon so that you can fly up to the Frygate and finally stop me and take me down. Alder will send out his Golurk, Cynthia will send out Garchomp and Mega Evolve it into Mega Garchomp, Barry will send out Staraptor, and Dawn's going to use Togekiss. Alder's Golurk is going to carry, obviously Alder, but also carry you up as well. However, like back in Castelia City, the minigame is going to happen again where you need to dodge the attacks from my Team Blaze grunts and admins that are going to be fired down at you to try and knock you out of the sky to stop you from even reaching the Frygate. Once you're upon the Frygate, once you've made it on board, Dawn, Cynthia, Barry, and Alder will tell you that they'll handle the grunts and even try and take on the admins. It's up to you, the player, to battle the two top execs of Team Blaze as well as to handle the researcher. So you've got 3 Pokemon battles ahead of you, 3 6-on-6 battles that you're going to have to deal with. However, of course, as a strong Pokemon trainer that I know you are, you're going to defeat all 3 admins of my team, but I will say to you this: it does not matter how hard you try, you cannot win. My broadcast has already begun. There's no stopping this plan. The people of Sinnoh will bend to my will and I will rule over them, but first, it seems I need to deal with you myself. So now the final battle between you and me is about to unfold. The climactic final battle is about to happen. However, there is a nice little twist with this one. Seeing as how I still have Moltres under my possession with the Phoenix Wings and the Phoenix Gauntlet under my possession, there is going to be a sky battle. If any of your Pokemon are a flying type in any way, or that can go into the air in any way, you are going to have a sky battle. The rules for a sky battle, I don't know them exactly, but I imagine that they're only limited to specifically flying type Pokemon. But if the Pokemon can use Levitate or just go in the air and move around, you can use that Pokemon to battle Moltres one-on-one or with any of your flying type Pokemon. So if you have 3 flying types, you can use all 3 against the Moltres. However, if you don't have any flying type Pokemon in your party, you do not have to partake in the sky battle against Moltres. Instead, we will just have a 6-on-6 battle. Now this 6-on-6 battle is going to be the toughest one you've had so far on your journey, for I am going to use the absolute strongest Pokemon I've caught along my journey. What is this grand almighty team of 6 going to be? Well, it is comprised of the Pokemon of Magmortar, Electivire, Tyranitar, Crobat, Salamence, and Decidueye. This will be the final 6 Pokemon team you are going to have to take down to stop me. Now, of course, you are going to defeat me. After you defeat me, I absolutely become enraged. I will say, no, this isn't possible. How do I keep losing to this mere child and his Pokemon? I've lost too many times. I refuse to be fully defeated. I've come too far. I've lost too much and done too many things. I've endured so much over the years. I will not be stopped by you. I will show everyone in this region what I can do and what I'm made of. This is not over yet. But then, what's going to happen is that Alder and Cynthia are going to appear from the lower deck of the Frygate. Alder and Cynthia appear with the Lake Trio and the Swords of Justice, and Keldeo pops out of its Pokeball as Alder temporarily caught it so that Keldeo could come safely with us to the Sinnoh region to help save the Swords of Justice. Now that they've got the 6 legendary Pokemon by their side, they say that I've lost. My plans have been stopped. However, I still control the Phoenix Gauntlet, which means I can still take possession back of the 6 legendary Pokemon, because they've not yet been freed from the chains that bind them, from the Phoenix Rings and the Phoenix Armor. And this armor has also been upgraded to a higher level since the last time it was used. I've re-equipped them with new technology so that my control is stronger over them. But I become even more enraged, even more insane than before. So I'm going to say this statement. You're all fools! You refuse to join me, so I will destroy you. The rebirth of the Sinnoh region is inevitable. I will make it so that it's reborn from the ashes. I will eradicate this entire region from its negativity and selfish ways. The plague that has befallen Sinnoh and the rest of the world will disappear. Moltres, lend me your strength. Moltres flies up and I jump onto the back of Moltres. I fly away from the frigate and fly above you and yell these words. You're all fools. You refuse to join me, and now I will show no mercy. I will purge this region of its selfishness and impurity. You had the chance to join me, but you made a grave mistake. With the Titan of Fire by my side, you shall now pay the ultimate price. I fly up upon Moltres, and I order it to use Overheat. Since it's also wearing the Phoenix wings, its special attack is at max since it's got the latest version of the Phoenix wings. I have it use Overheat on everything down below, and I set fire to the Sinnoh region. All of you just watch in horror as I set fire to this region, which ironically is also my home, but we're not anywhere near Twin Leaf Town, so it's pretty good. I mean, it's still bad, but I'm not stupid enough to burn my home down, okay? Now, as Mount Coronet and the surrounding areas are engulfed in flames, all of you watch in horror, and N especially, who has followed you to Mount Coronet, N is enraged. He is completely furious by my harsh actions, forcing a legendary Pokemon to destroy a region. He's seen this before, and he needs to stop it. He needs to do more than last time. But as I fly by the frigate on Moltres' back, the winds and turbulence caused by Moltres rock the frigate back and forth, and it causes N to fall and injure his leg. With his reduced mobility, he pulls out a Pokeball and gives it to you, the player. He says, use this Pokeball. Use my Pokemon. Please, you need to bring this madman down. In the past, I wasn't able to do too much, but maybe you can do more. Please. N will pass out, and you will take his Pokeball and engage in a sky battle. But with what Pokemon? Well, if you played the Gen 5 games, then you know that N has just given you the Pokemon Reshiram. And if you've seen the anime, then you know Reshiram will be in that Pokeball too. You will now engage with your Dragon Fire Pokemon Reshiram in a sky battle against a fire-flying type Moltres. A battle of titanic proportions, two titans of fire battling it out in the skies above the Sinnoh region. What more could you ask for in a final battle? Well, you are obviously going to ride atop Moltres, and I'm going to battle you in the skies. But of course, you're going to win and knock Moltres out. I'm going to fall off Moltres, but my researcher is going to use Psychic with his Alakazam to pull me to the frigate. And Reshiram is going to catch Moltres, and you're going to put it safely on the ground in an area that has not been engulfed in flames. When you get back to the frigate, I will be on the floor, and I'm going to say this as I stand up. I say that you haven't stopped me yet. As long as I control this Phoenix Gauntlet, I will still control these legendary Pokemon. I will still carry out my plans for domination. And I'm actually right in this case. I'm actually pretty right. As long as I control this Phoenix Gauntlet, as long as my technology still exists, these legendary Pokemon will never break free. So now that it is a dire situation, Keldeo is actually inspired by seeing the Swords of Justice and Pain. It unlocks his mental and physical capabilities to the max. It unlocks his true potential, and Keldeo masters, or pretty much learns, the secret sword technique, and he uses it to break my Phoenix Gauntlet. But before breaking my gauntlet, more importantly, he breaks the Phoenix rings and the Phoenix armor controlling the 6 legendary Pokemon. However, during the fight between Moltres and Reshiram, some of the attacks managed to land on the frigate. This is very serious, for now it is causing engine failure. The ship is soon going to plummet to the ground, crash, and explode. Everyone needs to get off the ship now. Thankfully, my researcher has 6 Psychic-type Pokemon to use Teleport and teleport us to safety. And since I no longer control these legendary Pokemon, I cannot continue my plans, for the Phoenix Gauntlet can no longer keep them under my control. So you are going to use Reshiram, Golurk, and Mega Garchomp to get down to the ground safely with everyone and flee the scene. Now that you, the player, and all of your friends are completely safe, you're on the ground, and from the distance you can see the frigate engulfed in pretty much everywhere in flames. It is crashing to the ground and it lands and explodes essentially. However, you do not know that my researcher teleported everyone that was on board to safety. So you rush over to the frigate to see what happened to everyone that was on board. Me and my team, we are nowhere to be found. Essentially, we have escaped. But now that my team is gone, now that all my plans have been stopped, you have essentially defeated Team Blaze. After the climactic battle and the last stand against Team Blaze at Mount Coronet, you will head back to Canalave City. When you get there, you will talk with Officer Jenny, and Officer Jenny will also call up Looker from the International Police. Looker will get there and he will say that even though he wasn't able to be a part of stopping Team Blaze for the most part, he wishes he could have gotten there sooner, and that he will work very hard to bring every member of Team Blaze to Justice and put them behind bars. Now the reason that he wasn't able to get there and really work with you to stop Team Blaze was that he was actually over in the Johto region. He had to deal with two criminal organizations known as Team Treble and Teams Snooze. These are references to the two evil teams created by two of my absolute favorite PokeTubers, HoopsAndHipHop and Bird Keeper Toby. Links to their evil teams as well as their channels will be down in the description. So I think it's kind of nice to tie in a reason as to why Looker wasn't able to really help you out in the Sinnoh region or even in Unova. And seeing as how he's a member of the International Police and he's got a lot of work to do, this makes a lot of sense. So after taking down Team Snooze and Team Treble, he comes over and finds out Team Blaze has already been taken down, but he's going to bring every member to justice. Now that the Team Blaze incident is essentially taken care of, it's time for Alder and N to head back to the Unova region with the Swords of Justice and Keldeo so that they can take care of the havoc that's been caused there and restore peace to the region. However, before leaving, Keldeo will look at you and smile and even nudge you at the side. Alder will make the remark saying that you are a remarkably strong trainer, and he looks very much forward to the day that he can battle you. And the same goes for N, as he can feel the love between you and your Pokemon. Then they will say, come to Unova very soon. After that, Cynthia is going to say that it's going to take a bit of time before the Sinnoh region is fully restored to the way it was before this whole incident occurred. Moltres has been all healed up now thanks to Nurse Joy and her team of nurses in the Pokemon Center. So Moltres now thanks everyone for its help, and Moltres especially looks at you, the player, and sees the fire in your eyes. Moltres flies away, lets out a mighty roar, and heads back to Stark Mountain so that it can rest more and get stronger. Cynthia will then thank you for saving the Sinnoh region and being such an incredibly strong trainer. Barry and Dawn will even say that that was quite the exhilarating journey that they've been on together. It was quite the adventure. You, Barry and Dawn will even reminisce about how it feels like just yesterday. You guys had just begun your Pokemon journey. You were just in Professor Rowan's research lab picking out your very first Pokemon, your starter. And now, it's come to this, that you've saved the entire Sinnoh region and quite even the world from the wrath of Team Blaze. But they've been stopped, and Barry even wonders what they're gonna do with the Frygate that is at Mountain Coronet. But time will tell. Barry and Dawn are even still astonished as to how Team Blaze was able to convince everyone that they were a good organization. But at least it's all over with now. After that, you, Barry, Dawn, Cynthia, everyone, you will all part ways and continue your lives, continue your journeys, and continue to train hard to become Pokemon champions. At this point, you're pretty much Pokemon masters, but whatever. But after that, the post game is essentially completed. After that, you can now freely do some cool side quests. You can explore the Sinnoh region to its full extent as you have all the HMs, you have completely strong Pokemon, so you can explore Sinnoh to the full extent. You can explore the wreckage of the Frygate and find some pretty cool items. You can even go into my secret base in Veilstone City. You can go explore my gym more and find really cool items. You can find out, you can reread my backstory, reread my past, and you can get the cool items that I used to capture the legendary Pokemon. You can now take the Phoenix Ring and Phoenix Wings, and you can take the Phoenix Armor and Gauntlet for yourself. However, you can also find new items that were used by my team admins along the way as well. From Pyrena and Sozin, you can take the Phoenix Scales and the Phoenix Sash to use on your Pokemon, and you'll also find 4 more items, which are the Phoenix Stone, Claws, Rod, and Orb. These 4 items were used by my other 3 team admins as well as my researcher in the battles, which I probably forgot to mention that, but they each do the following things. For the Phoenix Stone, it gives you max defense, weakens ground type moves, lowers your defense if you make contact, and grass and water type moves are also weakened if one of your Pokemon holds the Phoenix Stone. If you have the Phoenix Claws, you can damage the opponent if they make contact, and you have maximum special attack when you enter the battle. You get a boosted defense stat, and rock type moves are rendered not very effective, no matter what type of Pokemon you are using. The Phoenix Rod is going to confuse your opponent if contact is made and gives you max special attack. Ground moves are rendered neutral, and psychic type moves are rendered not very effective. And the Phoenix Orb allows you to make your psychic type moves always super effective. You cannot be flinched or confused in battle, and you have maximum special defense on this Pokemon holding the item. So you have access now to all the Phoenix items used throughout the story. Other side quests will include battling Barry daily at the Battle Frontier or Battle Tower. You can also go and catch the lake trail, go catch a Giratina. You will also then get a message after completing a few different side quests, or if a certain amount of time goes by, you will get a message from Alder and N via X transceiver that you still have when you were in Unova. They will tell you that everything, for the most part, is back to normal in the Unova region, and that peace has essentially been restored. On top of it, there will be a post game, which obviously includes all these side quests, but you can now also go to the Unova region again, and this time you can take on the gyms there, you can explore the region to the full extent since you have all the 8 gems, and you can even challenge the champion Alder to a battle once you defeat the Elite Four of the Unova League. Then you will able to battle N as well. When you battle N, he'll have a team of 6 as well, which will also include his Reshiram that you previously saw in the Sinnoh region. Marlon, Clay, and Elisa will also ask you how the team incident in Sinnoh region went down, what happened, and they'll be glad that everything is okay. On top of it, you'll also be able to capture the Swords of Justice. You will be able to capture Virizion, Terrakion, and Cobalion in the same areas that you encountered them before. However, you will also then be able to go to, I believe it is Aspertia City or Flaccacy Town, wherever it is, you'll be able to head to Pledge Grove with the 3 Swords of Justice in your party, and you will be able to get Keldeo in-game without an event, and I think that is pretty darn cool, as I've always wanted to capture a Keldeo. It's not the coolest mythical Pokemon, I don't have that much of an attachment to it, and it's not one of my favorite legendaries or mythical Pokemon, but I have always wanted to get one just because it's a mythical and it's got that appeal to it. So getting it in-game I think is pretty cool. Also, Clay, Marlon, and Elisa will be very shocked as to how crazy I was and how crazy my plans were. They're also astonished as how many people I was able to get on board with this insane and ludicrous idea, but they're just glad it's over, and they were really glad to have assisted you on this journey. Also, you get these cool side quests, you get to essentially play in a game that has 2 regions again, and you get an awesome post game, plenty of legendaries, and you can even battle Bianca daily in Nimbasa City by the Ferris wheel. Then what happens after you defeat the Unova League in Virtuous City, yes, this is going to be an in-game location now, not just in the anime, you are then going to be in your room in Twin Leaf Town. Head downstairs, your mom is going to have on the TV, and you will see this news announcement. It says that the International Police, Looker, all the Officer Jennies of Sinnoh, they've been able to come together and they've been able to find all the members of Team Blaze and bring them all to justice. But before we get into this announcement any further, I also want to mention that me capturing Moltres and injuring it so badly triggers a cutscene early on in the story where you see Articuno and Zapdos awaken in the Kanto region. They fly out and they start heading to Sinnoh. This is because they want to protect Moltres, make sure it's okay, and now they are in Sinnoh. You'll be able to catch Articuno in the Snow Point Temple, and you can catch Zapdos in Sunny Shore City at the lighthouse. If I remember correctly, there is a lighthouse in Sunny Shore City. But if there isn't, there is one now. So anyway, back to the announcement. I get to say a few words on camera, and I will say this. To the people of the Unova region and to the Sinnoh region, I am truly sorry. My actions caused a lot of harm and a lot of danger to you all. All I wanted was to prove my skills and strength as a strong and competent Pokemon trainer. I just wanted to create a region free from impurity and free from selfishness, free from this plague that has befallen the world in my eyes. For all of that, I do apologize sincerely. I will try to make amends and try to repent for my actions, and I just hope in some way I can repay my debt and right the wrongs that I've caused the world. I'm sorry to have also deceived you all as a good organization when in reality I was trying to do things the wrong way. I went a bit overboard. I still hold my beliefs firmly though. I just executed them in the wrong way. But I must thank one person in particular for helping me realize the errors of my ways and helping me change myself. He or she knows who they are. That will be my absolute final words to you, final words in the game. And I think it's pretty cool that we now have a villain who is repenting and they are sincerely sorry for what they've done. I think that's pretty cool. It's something I've never seen in a Pokemon game. I don't think it's really been executed in this way to where a villain actually apologizes for what they've done. And I think it's pretty cool to add that into a Pokemon game. I apologize on camera, I say I'm sorry, and I even thank you, the player, for helping me essentially change myself and have the courage to apologize on camera. Otherwise, I really wouldn't have said anything, and it would have been that cliche moment where the villain's caught on camera and they're just, trying not to go to jail. So I'm glad that it's not that cliche moment. After that, you are then given the option to become the gym leader of Sunny Shore City. You are given this option and you can decline or you can accept. You are always given this option to accept later on in the future if you're not ready yet to become the gym leader. And that, my friends, Pokemon Champions, is the end of the Team Blaze storyline. So what did you guys think? What did you think about the entirety of the Team Blaze storyline? What was your favorite part? What were your favorite moments? What was the best cliffhanger I gave you? What was the best moment to witness? How was my narrating? Be sure to please let me know all your thoughts down in the comments below so we can chat about this. I'm eager to hear what you guys thought about the entire story, from the backstory, from part 1 all the way till now. What was your favorite part? What moments made the most sense? What moments didn't make sense? What was too crazy? What would you change? How would you change the story? And above all else, this is a tag video, and I am going to tag Kaycreigh. I want to tag Kaycreigh because I know a lot of people have made evil teams, but at the time of this recording, Kaycreigh has not, and I really want to see what she can do. I want to see what Kaycreigh is able to do and by making an evil team. And also, a big shout out to Kaycreigh and TrueGreen7 for allowing me to say officially that they were admins of Team Blaze. TrueGreen7 was the green Crusader who battles you and tests your strength various points in the game. Kaycreigh is my admin Seraphina of the Flame Division, using her foxy and spicy Pokemon. Her ace Pokemon Ninetales gives you a run for your money. And I just had a blast making this video. This is by far the most fun I've ever had recording a video series, recording videos in general. And I just hope you guys have enjoyed the story. I hope you guys had a lot of fun. So above all else, again, make sure that you let me know your evil teams down in the comments below. If you have 1, 2, 3, let me know what your evil team is down in the comments below so we can chat about it. And if you're a PokeTuber yourself, please make a video and let me know what it is. And be sure to let me know on Twitter as well. My link is down in the description. I'm eager to chat with you guys. So with all of that being said, that wraps up the Team Blaze story. This has been an incredible journey. Also, Pokemon Champions, if you wish to become a Team Blaze Grunt yourself and join me on my team, then if you head down to the top of the description down below, there will be a link to a form I've made in Google where you can actually fill out some questions, fill out some multiple choice stuff, put maybe a bit of your personality in there as well, and you can actually sign up and become a Team Blaze Grunt today. So if you want to join me on Team Blaze and that's something you're interested in, then make sure you head down to the top of the description down below, fill out the form, and join me on Team Blaze. So that is all I have for now. So if you enjoyed this series, be sure to leave a like on this video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe to the Champion Squad to see more awesome videos like this of Pokemon content of all kinds and more crossovers that are going to come in the future. And with all that being said, be sure to share this video with a friend so they can hear the story as well. And now that that is all out of the way, Pokemon Champions, I hope you are training hard. I know I'm training hard. And until the next time, guys, I'm going to catch you later.